Quaquaval. Very scary Pokemon. After I witnessed this thing has Moxie, it just made things a bit more interesting. But let's go ahead and, let's talk about this Pokemon. 100 base, 120 base attack with the 85 speed. We're going with the Jolly nature, maxing out the speed, maxing out the attack. Feel free to go Adamant nature if you want to be power greedy, but I recommend Jolly. First build's pretty fun. Crit build. We have Holder's critical hit ratio is raised by 1 stage. And we have the Aqua Cutter. High critical hit ratio. We're trying to crit things, potentially knock things out. Sweeping, Duck. We have Ice Spinner. Ends the effects of terrain. It's a pretty fun move. Close combat. High base power move. Unfortunately, reduces our defenses, but the reward is the base power, of course, or the power of close combat. Swords Dance raises our attack by 2. The idea is to pretty much Swords Dance whenever you can, or to knock something out. If something is weak right in front of you, just knock it out. You're going to get an attack boost because of the Moxie. Moxie gives us 1 stage if we KO a Pokemon. It's pretty, I'm telling you, it's pretty scary. So imagine Swords Dancing. It knocks something out with either whichever move, depending on the Pokemon that's in front of you. You knock something out. We got the +2 on the Swords Dance, and we get the +1 on the Moxie. Insane. If you're not a big fan of the Aqua Cutter, another move is recommended for this Pokemon. I believe this is his signature move. It's Aqua Step. It's 80 base power, and it has a 100% chance to raise the user speed. So Aqua Step gives us a speed boost. Moxie gives us an attack boost. It smells like Dragon Dance to me, but it's absolutely insane. We're not even going to mention the Swords Dance, Aqua Step, Moxie. We're getting boosts like crazy. Absolutely insane. Another option instead of the Scope Lens is the Lumberry, just so we don't get burned. Because Will-O-Wisp hurts, or just getting paralyzed or put to sleep. All that stuff hurts. Ruins Moxie fun and sweeping stuff. So feel free to add the Lumberry. Pretty much just cures our status condition and or confusion. Single use, of course. Moving on to the next build. Scarf Ducky. Choice Scarf. Choice Scarf is going to give us speed is 1.5 times, but it can only select the first move. So pretty much just like all the other choice items, we get locked in. So the idea here is, let's say for example, your opponent goes in with a Toxapex. You can't one-shot Toxapex with Quaquaval or Quaquaval. I get confused on how to say this Pokemon's name. But the idea is you lead with Quaquaval or Quaquaval. You U-turn just so you don't have to put up with the Toxapex, because you're not going to knock that thing out in one turn. So you U-turn out, switch out to something else that could be potentially, KO the Toxapex, give it some trouble. But we got Liquidation, 20% chance to lower his target's defense by 1. Just 20% chance, but I believe Liquidation is the strongest water type attack. Oh no, actually Wave Crash is. Yeah, Wave Crash. I think it gets Wave Crash, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I believe it does. It's somewhere in there. I could have sworn I seen it. But Liquidation, Close Combat, U-turn, and Ice Spinner. And we're still going with the Moxie boost as well. So if it's kind of similar to this build, except we're already getting the speed benefit from the Choice Scarf. That's pretty much the idea of it. Next build. Yeah, it does get Wave Crash. There it is. The thing with Wave Crash is that it has a 33% recoil, but it's not bad. But this one we're going just full on power. We got to have those power builds. Fast Band. Close Combat, Wave Crash, Ice Spinner, and Brave Bird. This thing gets Brave Bird. It's absolutely monstrous. The only thing we have to worry about is being locked into a move. We're still getting, if we're picking up knockouts, we're getting the attack boost as well. So Brave Bird, you're gonna take a lot of recoil. Same with Wave Crash as well. Ice Spinner, Close Combat, you know the deal. Moving on to the next one. Those builds are pretty simple to follow, I hope. Moving on to the next build, pretty crazy and catching opponents off guard. So we talked about Toxapex being a problem. Imagine Terra Blasting and you Terra type to electric and you just, I don't know if it actually one taps it, but it'd be very interesting to see. Terra Blast, electric. We have the Life Orb to give us the 1 point times 3 damage with the Moxie boost. We got the Aqua Step to give us that speed, Close Combat. We discussed these moves already, but pretty much the idea for this build is to catch people off guard. Terra Blast electric is actually really good, like I said. Toxapex. I'm trying to think of some flying Pokemon that can be pretty problematic. I think Corviknight. Yeah, Corviknight could be one. Oh, this will definitely ruin Corviknight for sure. But yeah, Terra Blast, electric. How shocking. All right, this one's pretty fun. We have the substitute with the leftovers with the Moxie, Bulk Up, Aqua Step, and Brick Break. If you don't like Brick Break, you're not worried about screens, give it the Close Combat. But or Encore could be really good too. Of course you're going to be, your only attacking move is going to be Aqua Step. Never mind. Give it Close Combat. I think that's probably its next best option. Or Low Kick can be good as well. Yeah. So Brick Break, just so we don't get our defense decreased, but I think Close Combat might be a better option. Moving on to the next build. Oh wait, hold on. So substitute, you already know the deal. And Bulk Up raises our attack and defense by 1. So we're going to be physically attacking and we're going to be pretty bulky on the defense. And Brick Break can potentially break screens like Light Screen, Reflect, etc. Get that leftovers recovery while we sub up. Next build. Well, not actually a build, but just some fun options. We have Counter. If an opponent is out, the opponent is going to outspeed you and one-shot you. Quaquaval is here to save the day. Oh, and it's a physical Pokemon. Quaquaval can save the day. It's got Counter. And we have the Focus Sash. If hit by physical attack, return double damage. Absolutely scary. We have Reversal. Also an option. More power the less HP the user has left. So if we're left at 1 HP because of the Godly Sash, we're just going to put out a bunch of power. We got Endure. We can't forget about the Endure builds, guys. I'm telling you. Don't underestimate these. Weakness Policy, Endure. I didn't know every Pokemon can learn this move. I think they could. I haven't fully looked into it. But feel free to add the Endure Weakness Policy. Acrobatics can work with the Focus Sash as well. Weakness Policy, power doubles if the user has no held item. It's like I'm always bringing these. It's like every Pokemon has the same builds. But let's go ahead and look at some other options. It gets Agility, Aqua Jet. Let's see, Baton Pass. We talked about Brave Bird. Encore can be really fun. I was mentioning it on this build because you substitute, and if someone else and your opponent is trying to set up as well, you can Encore them and just ruin their day. So I figure some Pokemon might actually carry the Encore, or some Quaquavals might carry that, especially probably in doubles as well. Ice Spinner, Low Kick, obviously Protect for doubles, Rapid Spin. It also gets Roost, which is really cool. Swords Dance, it gets Taunt, Terra Blast, U-Turn, Wave Crash. Let's see. Feather Dance for doubles, Helping Hand. Low sweep. But I think that pretty much covers Quaquaval. Yeah. So some alternative options you can also have on the Quaquaval is item-wise is we talked about Life Orb, Choice Band, and there's one more item that I'm missing. I completely forgot which one it was. Heavy Duty Boots is one too. So I guess if you want to run like a build where you're just getting rid of hazards and just being a full-on support. I'm trying to see what else it can have. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. This could be an alternative option. Close combat, I guess. Pretty much for like the single 6v6 type stuff. Yeah, rapid spin, aqua cutter, U-turn, close combat, get rid of hazards for your team, and just be in good hands. Probably swap these moves around. Roost. Maybe Roost. Yeah, that pretty much covers Quaquaval. I think by far my favorite is going to be this Terra Blast Electric. You could also go Terra Ground as well for those electric type Pokemon. Rock Pokemon, anything pretty much fire types. Steel types. I think electric sounds like fun though. Them Corviknights and Toxapex. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Peace out.